Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip I'm Al, and today we're unboxing the thing that you saw in the thumbnail, and that would be the Logitech gcloud gaming handheld thing. Yeah, I know. This is these can be found kind of cheap, and the real reason for this is because, well, yeah, this came out in like 2022, and it was kind of panned because the poor thing is a, quote, cloud-based system. But that's not actually entirely true. I mean, it works for like streaming things and all that, and it works with like the Steam link. So your Steam library, if your computer is on, is accessible to you. Or if it's not, depends. It's got like there's some other stuff for it. You can use it with Xbox Live. You can use it with that service. You can use it with. You can also use it with the PlayStation 5. But to be honest, I was looking at this and I was like, you know what? Everything else except for the Xbox, I have the ability to play anywhere pretty much, thanks to this stuff, right? And I'm like, you know what? I know that the gcloud has had some detractors, if you will. But I was looking at it, I was like, wait a second. For its use cases and the fact that it has its own little stuff in it. I'm not going to go over the specs specifically. Let's go ahead and to show you a little bit of what's in the box. Yep. And, oh, it does not include a power adapter, but that's fine. It uses USB-C, and everything has USB-C. Here's the back. This looks kind of simple, doesn't it? I mean, it does look kind of simple off the side. And you're like, why? Why, Philip? Isn't this thing like, well, depending on where you get it, it's actually closer to, like, say, you could buy the not so good version of the Steam Deck. You know, the original version of Steam Deck, or some of the other stuff for a little bit more money and stuff like that. But I'm like, I went with this specifically because of a few things. I was trying to think of its basic use cases, and I was like, oh, by the way, it's got that. It says, keep playing. What's in this? Looks like nothing. Okay. But you have the system here. Okay. It's got like a little thing on there. Oh, nice. It looks pretty good. Here's the front part. Here's the top part. Here's the back part. Here's the bottom part. Oh, it's nice and slick. Let's go ahead and open these up, see what's in it. Okay. Okay, looks like instructions, but that's what the internet is for. Yeah, never look up how to do things on the using instructions or setup guides. Just look stuff up on the internet. Like, for example, oh, and it's got a USB-C cable. I've got a ton of these because everything uses them. But yeah, instead of looking up how to set this up on the internet, just look up videos or stuff on it. Use other people's things. Like if you buy drinks from, say, your local Asian market and you don't know how to open it, that's what you're here for, right? Yeah. Anywho, that's that. Let's throw that away, out to the side. And let's take a look at this. This is the Logitech gcloud. Now, why? I know you're asking yourself why. And I'm like, well, let's see. It's an Android-based, Snapdragon, whatever. I have the specs or whatever. It can do emulation up to even some other modern thingies. Just for its looks and feel. I was looking at stuff. I'm like, okay, so I have this, which is running just enough Linux. I need to update it with a newer firmware, and that's pretty great. This can do a lot of the same things. In fact, all the same things, plus a bit more stable in N64 emulation because Android. And it can do Xbox stuff for me, which makes it similar to what I use. I use this one for PlayStation stuff. PlayStation. That's for PS5. This will be for Series X. And then the Nintendo Switch will always be on its own. And I'm like, oh, yes. Golly, let me move this back a little bit. Yeah. Look at that nice little family of weird handhelds. Now, to be honest, some of these don't leave the house. Like PlayStation Portal, I tried using it a couple times in like a Starbucks and whatnot, and not the best for that. Logitech Cloud, we're going to put some ROMs on it, you know, like the emulation station stuff, because that works with it. Some Android stuff. And you can sideload all sorts of stuff. You can use it with Steam Link. You can use it with all sorts of PC things. So I'm like, reason why this instead of like a Steam Deck or whatever is because, well, I don't really feel like fiddling too much with these things. I mean, I have to fix up the firmware and stuff for this, and that's already kind of a bit of a hassle. But it does have thousands and thousands of games. I need to go through that and curate that too, and that's kind of a hassle. But once it's curated, that's like the ROM collection I'll have on here and here. And for like PlayStation stuff, this. For all the stuff I have on Xbox that I don't have on PlayStation 5, this. And for Switch, of course, this. Yeah, I'm just like, I love the Nitro Deck. My Switch kind of lives in there from time to time, unless I have to record video or whatever. But yeah, it kind of lives there. Can't wait for the Nitro Deck Plus. That's going to be fun. But yeah, this is the Logitech gcloud. It is, out of all these three here, oh golly, I need to get like a little, I need to go find my weight thing, but it's about comparable to this in terms of weight. They're all very comparable. Actually, out of these right here, the Nintendo Switch inside the Nitro Deck is the heaviest, which is funny to me. But yeah, looking forward to messing around with this. It has a really nice IPS screen, so no TN or anything like that. Oh, does this need to be charged? It probably needs to be charged, which I'll do, and I'll mess around with that a little bit. And I'll get it some cases, some tempered glass protectors, like everyone here has tempered glass. But yeah, just lots of stuff for these. I'll be messing around with it, and the good thing about it is it now has HDMI out. The HDMI out, or rather mini HDMI to HDMI for this, is a little fiddly, and yeah, but this just has USB-C to HDMI out, so it's right here on the bottom. I'm like, neat. I don't know what this is right here. That's a weird thing to have up there. Actually, let me do it, because I see other people have. Ooh, what was that? Why was that? Weird. And then you have this, which is just a little dust cover. Yeah, and then we'll replace that with tempered glass and something in the future. But yeah, that's the Logitech gcloud. I'm going to mess around with this thing. Thank you for sitting through and letting me unbox this thing for you. And yeah, I think this will be an interesting little gadget to mess around with and to make bespoke, if you will. In fact, a lot of these are very bespoke. When I go through these, I'm going to start removing stuff from like for example, this thing comes with a ton of ROMs and stuff, right? And what I want to do is go through those and remove stuff that's already on the Switch, right? And remove stuff as it goes along. That way I just have, I like having the options, but also I like stuff being like for filling gaps. Like for example, there's stuff on Steam and on Series X and PlayStation 5 that's not on the Switch. I'd like to be able to play those portably, like anywhere in the house or pretty much anywhere. And there's stuff that's on that's not in the NSO stuff that's on here. And then there's ROM hacks and things like that where people colorize stuff, and that's fantastic. And I feel like those are a good case for these too. And having something that's kind of in between is kind of nice. So pretty much like portables are a thing that I've always covered. Love handhelds and portables, and it's nice to have so many different options. In the future, we will be checking up on stuff like the ROG Ally X whenever it comes out, Steam Deck OLED or whatever they decide to do when they decide to fix that thing. The MSI Claw, if they ever fix that and it drops drastically in price, or the Lenovo Go if they ever decide to fix that thing so it doesn't like stab your hands when you play it, which is actually a good thing. Like people are like, well, why this instead of the other things? I'm like, okay, so I know that this has a better version of the screen a better screen than the original Steam Deck. I know that. And it can play some of the stuff like Epic and all these things, like the streaming stuff from that, which the Steam Deck has to, have to go into all this stuff and do that stuff for. It's got better battery life than the ROG Ally. It won't cook your hands like the MSI Claw, Steam Deck, ROG Ally, or the Lenovo Go. It won't slice up your hands or pinch them like the Lenovo Go. It won't, it's not the MSI Claw. It won't cook your SD cards like the ROG Ally. There's a lot of stuff where I'm like, those PC handhelds, they're nice. And so we've got like a weird diversity of new handhelds out there. We have solid handhelds like the Nintendo Switch in its 3 different variations. We have streaming handhelds like all those little phone connection things and stuff like the Portal or the gcloud. We have the aftermarket weird handhelds, which are like the RGB30 or whatever this, from stuff like Powkitty or Retrobit. Not Retrobit. Yeah, Retrobit. You've got those, and then you have the high-end PC stuff, which is like the Lenovo Go, the MSI Claw, the ROG Ally, and the I think the Iono Neo sort of, and the Steam Deck. So you've got so many options for portable stuff. And then you have the tablets, where you have a zillion different Surface and other types of Android tablets and such. And then you have the Apple market of iPads and other devices. Like, if you are into portables, you're good. Now, I would love it if somebody would put out something that was like, say, a 2 or 3 terabyte Walkman that just plays lossless audio files, MP3s, WMAs, AU, whatever they call them, AAU or something like that, or audible files. Like, it's just something like that. I'd love something that was just a music player and really good in storage size, compatibility, etc. Something that had something like cover flow would be nice. But yeah, there's so much out there. And thanks to the wonderful internets, you can find so many things to make these bespoke to your own needs. Like, you can hack or whatever with these things. And it's great. I mean, let's be honest, System Shock, I've been playing System Shock and Stella Blade a bit on the Portal. Fantastic. There's no real lag because I have extenders all over this place. Like, I have strong Wi-Fi. Strong. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of it. But yeah, that's the, I haven't really turned it on. I should probably turn it on. Do I have to hold this down or whatnot? That's your power button. Oh, there it goes. Powered by Android. Logitech G! It's doing its thing. And that's kind of neat. We'll let it do its thing. It is an IPS screen, not like a TN or anything like that, so no twisted nodules. You've got your IPS, kind of like the good version of the 3DS, 3DS XL, which, by the way, I'm still covering those in. But yeah, I'm gonna, I heard that you hold this down, I'll be able to change your brightness. Bloop. Ooh, adaptive brightness, yes. Volume. Sound. Heck yeah. Ooh, you're so bright. But yeah, we're gonna mess around with this little thing there. Hello. And yeah, we'll let you know. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you've got one of these, or if you're looking for something like this, what are your use cases for handhelds? What is your relationship with handhelds these days? There's so many. Oh my gosh, there's so many. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up, share button, subscribe button. Ring that little bell so you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until next video comes out, you are now caught up.
Morning, Maya.